welcome all of you. Now this is the third part of the chapter gravitation. Now today we are going to study about the Newton's law of gravitation. Yesterday we have discussed about the Kepler's law. Now Newton after the Kepler I think between 1500 to 1600, 130 that period he has done the work. Now after 1630 to from onwards, Newton has taken the task about this gravitation. Now, according to we see today Newton's law of gravitation. What is Newton's law of gravitation? Now, after the work of Kepler, Newton proposed a theory of gravity. According to that every body now in physics that we are indicating any object, means any living or non-living as a term as body or the object. So here we are considering, so according to that Newton gravity, every the mass of two objects in a universe, okay. So according to the Newton's law of gravity, now every object in the universe attract another object with some definite force, okay. So according to that gravity of the Newton's law of gravity is that the mass of the, now you consider, you see two bodies are there, or two objects having mass m1 and mass m2. We consider these two objects. We will write it as A or B. Mass object A and object B. So the object A is having the mass m1 and the object B is having the mass m2. Okay, so they are attracted, okay, to each other. So according to the theory of this gravity, so the mass, the force between these two object A and object B, the force is directly proportional to the product of mass m1 and mass m2 and inversely proportional to distance, okay, the distance between this, okay, square of this distance between the two. Yes, you got my point. According to that Newton's law of gravity, the force is directly, what is the force? The force between these two objects. Force is directly proportional to the mass of the product of the mass m1 and m2 and inversely proportional to the distance between the two, inversely proportional to the square of the distance, okay. Yes, now see here, now we this is the formula, or this is the, according to the law of gravity of Newton, that force is directly proportional to the mass, product of the mass A and B, m1 and m2, and it is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them, okay. Now you understood now by the law. You see here, for example, what is the meaning of directly proportional? That if the force is increases, the mass. Now see here, the force. What is the meaning of directly proportional? That, for example, if you are increasing the force, so the product of the mass will also increase. And inversely proportional means if you are increasing the force, so that the if you are increasing the distance, the force is decreasing. Okay, so that is the inverse. Now can I write this as force is equal to G, okay, then m1 m2 upon d square. So what is G now? G is the universal constant, gravitational universal constant. It is called as G. I will give you the value afterwards. Okay, the G, what is G? Okay, you understood this concept, no? Or that is according to when the two masses. So now we are considering this. Now force is directly proportional to the product of the mass of the two objects A and B, and it is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the two objects. Okay, now you see one more thing is I want to tell you that when, for example, the mass of A is doubled, okay, so the force will be double between this A and B. When the mass of A is double, for example, m1 and m2, there two objects are there. So if I am increasing the mass of A, double the mass of B, then the force will be double. Okay, but if I am increasing the distance between these two objects, for example, I am making the double the distance between object A and B, then what will happen? The force will be decreased by the factor 4. Okay, understood? No? If you got my point clear, that I am increasing the mass of A and double the mass of B, then what will happen? The force will also increase, or it will be double. But if I am increasing the distance between these two, then what will happen? Then the force will be decreased. But before the force between these two objects will be decreased by the factor 4. Okay. Now, now the spherical bodies, if the two objects are in the spherical, they are having spherical shape. So what will happen? The force between these two objects will be directed along the center. Okay. And if the objects are not spherical, then the force will be directed towards the this distance mass, and the d is taken as the distance. You got my point now? Now, okay. Now see this. I will consider this equation we got now. So I will write this equation as equation number 2. And yesterday we have seen that about the Kepler's law. We got one equation that T square upon R cube is equal to K. That equation I will consider as 1. Okay, T square upon period of revolution upon that distance. Okay, so that is equation I will consider as 1, and this is equation as 2. It will be helpful for finding this in the next topic. It will helpful. This equation will be helpful for the derivation of the equations. Okay, now the value, I told you the value of the constant, gravitational constant. So that is the 6 point that is indicated by G. Okay, so this G, it is what the value is 6.673 into 10 raised to minus 11. Okay, Newton meter kg minus 2. So this is the value for that G. Okay, so now you understood the concept clearly, the Newton's law of gravitation. So this is called the Newton's law of gravitation, and we got this point clearly. Okay, now just you make a revise of this, and yesterday I have given you one homework also, that you have to write that 3 laws of Kepler 5 times. I hope you have done that homework. Okay, thank you.